Dr. Suzanne Hetz.
And I'm Dr. Danny Stepp.
And with us today we have, we'll call her Lulu. How about that?
Yeah.
Lulu is a dog that we're house sitting for. She's a little Chihuahua Min Pin mix. And she's been with us, this is Tuesday, Wednesday, this is her 5th day with us. And as you can probably see from Lulu's expression, she's a real timid little dog. And very expressive, as you can see from the position of her ears as they go up and down relatively quickly. But what we wanted to talk to you about today with Lulu is how we used a technique called response prevention to get her to be friendly to us and be comfortable with us in a relatively short period of time. Do you want to tell them what Lulu did the first afternoon she was with us?
Well, when her mom came to drop her off, she was very fearful of us. She wouldn't come close to us. If we approached her, she would growl at us and show her teeth. And once her mom left, it was very difficult to get her to approach us at all. And we wanted to be able to take her outside to be able to walk her, and, so that she could go potty and get some exercise. But she wouldn't come close to us, close enough that we could put a leash on her.
Yeah. So what we had to do that first afternoon was kind of almost herd her a little bit, kind of corral her into a corner so we could get a leash on her. And that was stressful for all of us. And so we thought, well, we need to find a way to help her be more comfortable pretty quickly. So what we did, I can't remember, I guess it was that same night, wasn't it, that first night? She had a collar that she came with, but the only leash that she came with was a little retractable leash. So we went out and got this very tiny, what is it, 5-foot leash? 4-foot leash. Very, very tiny snap on it, as you can see, because, Lily's a tiny dog, and Lulu's a tiny dog with a tiny neck. And so what we did was we put the little drag line on her, and what we started to do when we needed to approach her was to just step on the leash so that she couldn't avoid us. Now, why would we do that? Well, if we continue to allow her to avoid us and try to encourage her with treats to approach us, which we did try with little success, the treats were not sufficient to help her overcome her reluctance to approach us. So as if we would have not used the drag line or the little leash here, she would have continued to avoid us. And in her mind, that behavior worked for her because in her mind, we were not trustworthy, and so avoiding us kept her safe. So as she continued to avoid us, then she never had the opportunity to experience that, hey, we're pretty nice, and that being petted by us is not such a bad thing, and that we really are safe.
And we have treats.
And we toss toys and all kinds of good things. So by putting the drag line on and stepping on the leash and preventing her, that's why it's called a response prevention technique, preventing her from avoiding us, she learned much more quickly that we were safe, that she actually kind of enjoyed being petted by us. And to make a long story short, what happened was by the second night, she was sleeping in bed with us. Now she spends her time during the day sleeping in her bed right next to me in my office. In other words, she wants to be where both of us are. She follows us around the house.
Solicits play.
Comes
and tells us when she wants to go outside.
Yeah, comes and tells us when, and I've even gotten a few doggy kisses on occasion. And as you can tell, she's sitting here quietly with us, not trying to escape from us. She's a little bit noise sensitive, so I think the sound of our voices still are a little, she's just very aware of that. So that's the value of response prevention, and now she's getting ready to lie down in my lap here. So that's why we wanted to talk to you about response prevention, to help you understand why it can really help counter conditioning and desensitization work more quickly, and why it's not something that's aversive or not within the realm of what we would call positive reinforcement training, because oftentimes you can't help a dog overcome its fears until it learns that the things that it's afraid of aren't going to hurt it. And as you can see here, she's wanting me to pet her face a little bit more. She ducked her head so that I would pet her more. So what else do you have to say about response prevention?
Well, it's a technique that you can use, that you use in conjunction with various positive reinforcement techniques.
Look, she's trying to get to your hand.
and with behavior modification techniques such as desensitization and counter conditioning. It can be a very helpful technique. You have to use it very carefully, though.
Right.
You don't want to frighten the dog or other animal when you're using this kind of thing. You have to be gentle. You have to be watching the body language. You have to try to minimize as much as possible the fear and apprehension that the animal has, or otherwise it's going to be counterproductive for you.
Right, and when we did step on the drag line and went to approach her, we used all the good body postures, crouching down, reaching under her chin, going slow, having a treat on our hand. So we still used all the positive reinforcement that we would normally use. But the point is that to our way of thinking, it was much easier on Lulu to learn more quickly that we were safe, rather than to continue to be stressed out and running around and avoiding us and having to be corralled out of necessity because we had to get a leash on her to take her outside. Because we only have a patio. She needed to go outside to go pee. It just shortened her time of not trusting us and allowed her to get more pets and become more comfortable with us sooner. And that was the real value of using the response prevention.
So it's a technique that you might want to consider depending on the kind of behavior modification, the kind of training that you're doing.
Yeah. All right, we appreciate you listening, and if you have questions, feel free to post them in the comment box that will be on this page where the video is posted, and we hope to talk to you again soon. And Lily just caught sight of something out there that she's real interested in.
Probably a bird.
Probably a bird. So we all say goodbye for now, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.